this nation has proudly thought of itself as a ethnic melting pot. In things racial, we have always been, and we, I believe, continue to be, in too many ways, essentially a nation of cowards.
I realize that contempt is not a big deal to our Attorney General, but it is important that we have proper oversight. So,
you don't want to go there, okay? I think we are still a nation that is too afraid to confront racial issues. I think any one of my kids would make a better president than Donald Trump.
Okay, Dana, you were jumping out of there.
Well, I didn't realize that we had more to go. I think it's fun to watch all of the possible 2020 contenders dip their toe in just to see what the water's like. I don't think it'll be very warm for him for the voters that he would need to win. Could he win? Could he do the Obama coalition? Yeah, possibly, but we just did a segment about the Roseanne voters, or that are the Trump voters, and the Democrats are going to have to figure out a way to win them back if they want to win the presidency, and I don't know what his pitch is going to be on that. I'd love to see it.
Well, I mean, obviously it's an anti-Trump pitch. Greg?
I don't know how you unify if you don't first disown the orthodoxy of identity politics, which he tended to embrace. His mustache is no match for John Bolton's. When I look at him, I see Howard Sprague from Mayberry RFD. The audience at home who's over 60 will know what I mean. But if he runs, he's going to have President Obama by his side, because that was the only reason why he survived for 6 years, is that he had amazing protection from Obama. When you see what he did, he investigated journalists. He refused a special prosecutor for the IRS. There's Fast and Furious. He actually sued to block school vouchers in Louisiana, which was amazing. There's Gitmo, Khalid Sheikh Mohammed. He would not call terror. He's made more bad calls than a drunken umpire. The only way he could run is if Obama was his running mate.
Wow.
Thank you.
What disrespect to drunken umpire.
I know. Steve, right?
Yeah.
I mean, Oprah's now running and Stedman's going to run, so that's just very chaotic. You never heard of Stedman? That was Dennis Miller's analogy.
Oh, I thought we had breaking news.
No. I would say, I mean, he's been held in civil and criminal contempt. That's not a great track record. And he's been divisive on guns, race, immigration. What else is there?
Well,
police, terror. I mean, everything you can name as an issue that Americans care about. He has divided the country instead of united it. He doesn't have a shot.
And he's never talked about the economy or jobs.
What?
He's never talked about the economy.
He was the
or jobs.
Attorney General. I don't think that's his bailiwick. But just in response to you, he's a guy that angered the liberal base and Democrats after a 3-year investigation into the Bush administration and the torture. He said, no, we're not going to prosecute that. It would be political.
There was no...
That's a uniting kind of decision coming from the Attorney General.
Yeah, united all of us.
Yeah, it was politically expedient.
Oh, politically expedient.
Yeah, imagine Obama locking up CIA agents for keeping us safe.
It's so ridiculous. He'll get like 3 votes or something. I don't know. He didn't do a good job. He was very politically divisive. He used the law and the courts as a weapon to advance his own politics and beliefs. He did. And he's the only Attorney General in U.S. history to be held in contempt. I mean, that is not a winning endorsement on one's resume to run for President of the United States, not to mention all the cover-ups with the IRS and with targeting conservative groups and Fast and Furious, the border agents, the Border Patrol agents that were killed. There's a whole list of it. Benghazi, it just goes on. And so this guy is not uniting anyone. Thank God he will not be winning for president.
Well, you never know. That's what people said about Trump. And I happen to think Eric Holder is one of the most
low energy,
wonderful public officials that the country has had the opportunity to watch in action.
In things racial, we have always been, and we, I believe, continue to be, in too many ways, essentially a nation of cowards. Any instance of so-called gun walking is simply unacceptable. Regrettably, this tactic was used as part of Fast and Furious. Let me be very clear. This Department of Justice does not enforce the laws in a race-conscious way. With regard to the potential prosecution of the press for the disclosure of material, that is not something that I've ever been involved in.
There's a certain level of vehemence, it seems to me, that's directed at me, directed at the president. For some, there's a racial animus.